Hello everyone, this is Nintendo2 and welcome to another Modpack overview, this time on Tesla supported pack, a mod pack that focuses on obviously the Tesla Power API. Other than that obviously, since many focus on multiple APIs or RF in particular, I thought I'd focus on one that has a bit of limitations to it as well as a bit of variety in terms of what mods are used. So there's the mod list there, of course, and we'll just go into the world. So as you can see, obviously, you've got things like Ender.io, you've got Nuclear Craft, you've got Mechanism, Extreme Reactors, you've got actually additions, Calculator, Tesla Essentials, Mech Farm, or as it's known in later versions, Tesla Powered Thingies, and Lightning Craft as certain major mods to use. Otherwise though, if we just go through the actual items and blocks in JEI, we've got Tesla Modular Solars for upgrades, solar panels, tools, armor, and so on. You've got Tesla Essentials for your essential basic machines, as well as an armor set, jetpack, pick, and so on. We've got Tesla Coils for transporting energy, as you can see connecting to the simple tree farm there. Only the basic version actually works though, and also has a recipe. So if you're one of the others, you'd have to mostly use those for testing purposes. Obviously the relay core and the basic Tesla coil work, the others obviously don't. Otherwise, you've got Tesla Arsenal for a powered tool and armor mod. Sonar Core for additional resource-specific uses in Calculator, of course, or decoration. We've got Solar Village as a sort of basic solar panel. Simple Tree Farm, obviously for just energy and making tree farms contained in one block. Practical Logistics for transporting or reading the power in blocks. We've got pointers for additional specific utility purposes for blocks. You've got Nuclear Craft obviously for tools, armor, fluids, certain other specific things to do with obviously nuclear reactors or certain other additional things. Obviously you've got many of the major blocks there. Obviously I don't have a multi-block presented there, just some of the main things. Yep. Next up obviously is Mechanism with the tools, generators, and the main mod included. So tools, generators for power, machines, decoration blocks, resources, utilities, lights, jetpacks, upgrades, certain other stuff, transportation. Mech Farm for farming purposes. Obviously we don't have the additional stuff that Tesla Powered Thingies would have with its more resource focused aspects for breaking down ores, making cobblestone, stuff like that. This is only for animals, trees, crops, and XP storage or crop cloning. Lightning Craft obviously adding armor, tools, resources, batteries, magnets, dimension, the only converting method I can think of in the mod that allows for one-to-one of not only its own with LE and RF, but since RF and Tesla are supported in the generator, or so, converter of sorts, you can just use them as a one-to-one, so you could use this possibly for converting, or adding an additional mod if you wanted to, besides what's already in the pack. It obviously has additional tech, block breaking, quarry, sort of additional stuff, and the dimensional decoration blocks there. Chapter for obviously your sort of utility, quarry, farms, and other such things, or other transportation methods. Iron chests, we've got funnels for transporting fluids early on, a charger block, we've got wires for transporting energy, flux networks for also transporting specific things. Stream reactors obviously as a multi-block generator. We've got Energizer for transporting energy from one wool pattern to the next, similar to the Tesla coils. And dryer obviously for glass, decorations, tools, armor, components, capturing mobs, inventory specific aspects, mob spawners, inventory, farming station, fluid, containers, basic machines, and so on. And you've got calculator for a bunch of different tools, components, decoration blocks, a bunch of different interesting things to use. Health, hunger, calculators that do certain crafting, furnaces, other additional things. And you've got rainstone for tools, other additional blocks, and advanced generators for obviously multi-block generators. Actual Additions obviously adds a bunch of tools, rings for different purposes of effects, food, different resources for crafting, multi-contained tools, food, all sorts of components, drills and upgrades, lamps, storage, automation, typical tech stuff, generators, and so on. And that's pretty much it. If I missed anything, the rest is probably a bunch of other minor things. Let's see here. Exponential energy is the later game generator. And I think that's probably about it. iTank for fluids, besides other options, and I think that's probably about it. And then Tesla 5 for interacting with other things that do RF that can now be Tesla compatible or accessible. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.